Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are ranking all of the NPCs in Animal Crossing New Horizons. I made this tier list because none of the ones that I saw were good. They either had a mixture of photos from New Horizons and New Leaf, or they had a random assortment of NPCs and it wasn't everybody. Like there would be Zipper in there but not Katrina, and it was bizarre and stupid and not worth my time in my humble opinion. So I will leave the link to this blank one down below so you guys can fill it out. Anyway, I'm gonna just pick random ones out of this because some of them ended up in alphabetical order, even though when I uploaded all of the images, I did not select them in alphabetical order, so I don't know what happened there. We're gonna start off with Isabelle. Now, we love her, we know her. She was introduced in New Leaf. Sadly, her twin Digby is not here to hang out with us in New Horizons. She works at Resident Services with Nook. Without her, we wouldn't have ordinances, we wouldn't be able to complain about our villagers, and we wouldn't have the whole star rating system. She's kind of integral to the game, even though she doesn't do anything, which pisses me off because I wish she had more of a role. So with that, we're going to have her in A tier. Lottie. Lottie runs Paradise Planning. Her uncle Lyle ran the Happy Home Designer place. I can't remember what it's called. Now she runs Paradise Planning. We like her. We know her. S tier. We would not have Happy Home Paradise without Lottie. Luna is our gateway to the Dream Suite. If you guys recall correctly, or if you're an older gamer like myself and have been playing since launch, we never had the Dream Suite. We had it in an update, and even then we couldn't randomly visit dreams, we couldn't favorite dreams, we couldn't go back and revisit a dream that we had visited before. Those were all added in other updates. But because Luna has the same role that she did in New Leaf, S tier. Leaf? He sells produce, he sells flowers, he sells shrubs, he buys our weeds at twice the amount. He will weed your island if you have him on harvest. However, you do need to have like a gazillion weeds on your island in order for him to do that. So that's kind of useless, and it costs a lot of money for him to do that. Weeding service aside, S tier. Rover? We only see him at the end of the Mayday tour and he serves no purpose. I love Rover, but he's not the person that we meet at the beginning of this game. That is instead Timmy and Tommy at the Nook Inc. immigration counter, where we design our character and all that nonsense. We do not meet Rover on the train or on the bus or what have you. And it makes me sad, unfortunately, because he doesn't serve any purpose other than for us to find him at the end of the Mayday maze. D tier. Red? A lot of people hate him because for the longest time, he would not show up on their islands. And then Nintendo tweaked the visitor NPC amount or whatever. He also has all of the little stands that you can get raffle items from. He has the one on Harps where you can get the little handheld books and the ice cream cones and such. He has the one that he does during the fireworks show where you can get the boba and the cotton candy. And I believe he runs the hat stall for New Year's. I don't like how he charges extra money for furniture items of a different color, and the art always trips me up, so A tier. Lloyd? Without him, we would not be able to build infrastructure. We would also not be able to build the co-op on Harv's Island because he has the Harv-looking Lloyd friends that hang out there. Even though Lloyd serves both a great purpose and not much of one at all, I think he's gonna go in S tier. He's cute. Pascal? I like Pascal. He will give you a mermaid DIY or a clothing item in exchange for a scallop, or he will give you a pearl. His little words of wisdom are funny. I can't remember what he would say in New Leaf in exchange for a scallop, but I like what he says in New Horizons. I don't have any issues with Pascal. I think he's S tier. Sahara? Listen, Sahara has her little stand going on Harv's Island where she has special items, or you can get special wallpaper rugs and flooring from her on your island. And I think that she's the only way we can get rugs. For that, she's gonna go in S tier. I changed this partway through because I hated how everybody was cut off. So now we have everyone looking like their full body selves here. Next, we have CJ. A lot of people think that his fish live streaming thing is annoying. I highly disagree. I like that he buys my fish at 1.5 times price, and I think he's hilarious. S tier. Harv? Without him, without Harv, we would not have the photo studio. We would not have the ability to get villager photos, and we wouldn't have the co-op. I like Harv. He's very chill. He's going in S tier. Harriet serves basically the same purpose that she did in older games, except you can't change your face with her. You can only get special haircuts, and you also need to change your face and your hair with a mirror in this game, but she will give you 8 special hairstyles by visiting her. I believe it's 8. It's either 6 or 8. However, once she's done with that, she will pack up her little hairdressing chair and she will just wander around Harv's Island and hang out with him. And I think that's really cute, even though she's out of a job. I think it's adorable that they're dating and I love that. So she's going in S tier. Tortimer serves absolutely no purpose other than for us to access our storage on Harv's Island and for him to become Cornimer in the fall and give us an acorn every time we talk to him. Unfortunately, he's going at the bottom with Rover. Reese is also going at the bottom because she serves literally no purpose. She is only Cyrus's hype woman and it makes me sad. I wish that she could do something. I don't know what, but something. KK, he's going in C tier. Listen, I have my reasons. I like his songs. I think they're fine. However, I hate that he is in front of resident services. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I wish that he had his own venue. In New Leaf, he was in Club LOL. In previous games, he was in the museum. When we had the Roost in 2.0, I think they should have made a little stage for him so he could perform at the Roost. And then he could get out of resident services because he sits in the way of the door all the time and it's aggravating to me. That is my reasoning for putting him in C tier. Cyrus, S tier. Absolutely, hands down. Prior to the 2.0 update, we had him and Reese taking anniversary photos in Photopia every June. That event is going on right now, currently as I'm making this video. It is June. However, in 2.0, he got his own RV at Harv's Co-op, and he can customize literally any item in the game. So if you don't like the lighthouse that your resident services has in the kiosk, you can change the color by giving him money. Katrina? I think she's okay. Her fortunes sometimes can help and sometimes cannot. She is basically the luck determiner in this game. There is luck in this game. I think that it also maybe existed prior to Katrina. However, she will tell you basically if you are having a good day or a bad day in terms of luck. Sometimes you can also check your friendship level with a villager. Vaguely. I like when she lets me have infinite, indestructible tools for a day. She's fine. She's going in A tier. No, she's going in B tier. I don't think she's as good as Isabelle or Red. Daisy May. Without her, we wouldn't have turnips. I hate the snot bubble coming out of her, and I hate that she sneezes constantly. She is a little tiny child replacing Joan. Brewster even won't give her a coffee because she's so little she has to have a cookie when she sits in the roost after selling turnips on Sundays. She's going in B tier. Celeste makes me sad because she ran the museum shop in New Leaf and she ran an observatory prior to that in, I think, City Folk and or Wild World. I can't remember. She only shows up when we have meteor showers. She will give you a shooting star DIY or star fragments. That's fine. We like that. However, she doesn't serve much of a purpose and I'm sad that her shop was taken away. A tier. Brewster? Listen, this is gonna probably be controversial and I don't care. He's gonna go in B tier, and here's why. I am so incredibly disappointed that we cannot work at the Roost in this game. That was one of my favorite mini games to do in New Leaf. I loved it. It was so fun, and I need it back in the next Animal Crossing. All we can do at the Roost is get coffee. On Valentine's Day, he gives us hot chocolate. We can also get coffee with friends, if you have friends over. You can also sometimes see special visitors in there, such as Daisy May after selling turnips. You can see Celeste prior to 7 p.m. if she is going to be visiting your island that day. You can also see the Rossetti brothers off and on, and one of your villagers may sit in there. That's why there are 3 stools. The middle one is for one of your island villagers, the end one is for a special NPC, and the one that you sit in is obviously for you. However, that's all we can do. I wish that he had more. I wish he could store our gyroids for us, like in the older games. I wish we could work at the Roost. I'm so salty about that still. That is why he is in B tier. Gullivar? It's annoying that I have to dive for his communicator all the time and he takes forever to wake up. C tier. Gulliver? Same thing, C tier. Flick? I like that he buys my bugs at 1.5 times, however, he never shuts up. B tier. Wardle? Look, I like that he has access to the whole entire shopping catalog at Paradise Planning. S tier. He's a gentle guy. Cap'n? They ripped him off in this game and I'm disappointed. We don't have Tortimer Island anymore. I like how Cap'n takes us to seasonal islands. I think that's really interesting. We can also get glowing moss and vines from him every so often if he takes us to a glowing moss and vine island. However, we don't have multiplayer minigames. We don't have a multiplayer island. It's just us going along with Cap'n. And also, in previous games, he would flirt heavily with the player if the player was a girl. I think he would flirt with either player if they were girl or boy in New Leaf, I can't remember. But he doesn't do that in this game. I guess he took a harassment course or something. He's going in B tier. Kix? Look. Kix is the only way that we can get backpacks in this game, as well as the little handheld bags and the crossbody bags. I'm sad that he doesn't have a shop anymore. However, he's going in S tier because I like the backpacks and the handheld bags too much. Mabel? Nothing wrong with her. She runs Able Sisters. S tier. Wilbur? Without him, we wouldn't be going to any island because he drives the seaplane. S tier. Orville? Same thing. Without him, we wouldn't be going anywhere because he runs the Dodo Airlines counter. S tier. Nico? He's how we get partitions, I believe, as well as counters and columns from Paradise Planning. S tier. He's a cute little guy. Sable? I like her. She has depth. She has growth. If you talk to her more, she'll give you special patterns. S tier. Label? She was ripped off in this game, much like Cap'n, and I'm sad about it. Good for her for taking over Gracie's job, but I wish that we still had Gracie. Label will give you Taylor tickets if you get the fashion check thing correctly, and she'll potentially also give you a piece of clothing from her own fashion line. Good for her. We love that she's successful now in her life. However, I wish that she did more. B tier. Joan purely exists in this game if you have Paradise Planning, Happy Home Paradise, to show up at the hospital on Mondays and give you free turnips. S tier. Blathers runs the whole entire museum, and like me, he also is afraid of bugs. S tier. Timmy and Tommy run the entire shopping economy on our islands, and I think it's cute at the beginning of the game that one of them would walk around with a little flag outside. S tier. Without Nook, we would not have anything in this game. Tom Nook runs the whole entire empire of Animal Crossing New Horizons, and we would not exist without him. Do not come at me saying he's a crook for charging you so much money for your home loan. He gives you no interest loans, and you can pay them off however long you need to. S tier. Okay, guys, well, that's it. This is my villager NPC tier list. I will leave the blank one down below. Like I said, if you guys want to fill it out yourselves, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave any comments, feedback, and suggestions down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye!